What's going on, guys? So this is definitely one of my favorite trading setups. Again, Roku is a day trade, not a swing trade. A lot of people like to ask me like what differentiates my intention from a day trade and a swing trade. First up, I'm up a little bit over $11,000 on Roku. Yes, I do have a lot of money in Roku. I have 1,600 shares, $350,000. So please make sure you take that into consideration when you look at my overall P&L. One of the things that I like being completely open about is intention. What is the difference between holding something overnight and making sense of holding it overnight versus just day trading something? Roku is bearish. Big picture. It's been selling off for a long period of time. Yes, there is the potential for Roku to still shoot up and still indicate signs of an uptrend. But because it's more bearish than it is bullish, I am less eager, therefore less confident that Roku will continue to indicate signs of an uptrend. So therefore, that is why I focus on only day trading Roku. And when it comes down to holding it overnight, it's a very small amount of shares that I choose to hold overnight in comparison to the $350,000 that I'm okay with trading with. It's all about calculated risk. It makes sense to want to day trade something when it's bullish and the direction is in your favor, but just like you might want to day trade something, it doesn't mean that you want to hold it or feel comfortable holding it overnight when again, it's not consistently bullish. If you were to ask me, okay, well, what's the ideal stock that you might feel comfortable, swing trading? I would say Apple. Anytime Apple pulls on back because it's so consistently bullish, meaning that it indicates signs of an uptrend. Yes, it might have its couple of times that it pulls on back. I love buying when it's oversold, but Apple is one that I feel comfortable holding over a long period of time and that I like to buy the dips on, and I'm okay with holding it overnight because the direction is so consistently bullish. The direction is in my favor. That is the biggest difference. Intention and understanding that the direction is something that always plays such a big role when wanting to potentially swing trade something. So now when we go back to Roku, if I were to ask you, hey, look at the past year, it's been selling off ever since it hit highs of 490. Why would I want to hold something that's been consistently selling off? Oh, well, what if it goes up? Well, what if, right? I can get in when it breaks above EMA. I can set effective alerts. Are you not someone that is capable of setting alerts? Then why are you so eager to hold now when it's been so consistently selling off that the direction's down in your favor? Keep it simple. I like to keep things simple. I don't like to overcomplicate it. I just stuttered right there. My apologies. I like to keep things as simple as possible, especially for all of our Learn Plan Profit members. I buy when it's cheap. I buy when the direction's in my favor. I step on the gas when the direction's in my favor. At about $150,000 of Roku right on over here, it broke above EMA. It began to indicate signs of an uptrend, and then that's when I stepped on the gas. I buy and I add more when it makes sense. Not when I want to, not because I think or hope that it does make sense, but because it actually is making me money. At the end of the day, add to your position when something is making you money and the upside outweighs the downside. I agree with a lot of you. Well, look, Roku might offer a lot of upside. I agree. It does have swing trade potential and a lot of recovery potential, but I'm not a hopeful trader. I'm someone that trades based off of calculated risk, and the direction's not in my favor. Therefore, it is too risky for me to want to hold something and hope that something happens that hasn't happened in the past couple of months. I'm as just simple as it gets. So what I'm going to end up doing here is out of my 1,600 shares, I'm going to go ahead and put a limit order to sell about 1/3 of them. So I'm okay with selling 1/3 of my position. So 635 shares, I'm going to put a limit order. So let's go ahead and look at the level 2. I can see the bid and the ask right on over here. It's struggling to break above 216 a share. Let's see if we break above 216. But I'll put one because I believe if it breaks above 216, we might see a nice little push. So I'll put it at 216.25. That's where my limit order is going to be. I am not afraid to lock in profits. At the end of the day, I'm here to keep things simple. And I feel like the people that get greedy and, the what if people, have you ever, met one? The what if it continues to go up? The what if it continues to indicate signs of an uptrend? My focus is not the what if, it's the I am up this amount and I want to keep it. I want to lock it in. I feel like it's a much worse feeling when I go from green to red than when I go from, I could have made more money. Yeah, it does suck, but at the end of the day, I'm not here to, really cherry pick at overbought levels. I understand that there's a resistance level based off of previous highs. So we're at a resistance level, so I'm going to decide to lock in profits here, and or if it breaks below the EMA line. If you guys have any questions, comment that down below. And again, this was all caught live within my live trading session within the Learn Plan Profit group. So if you're an absolute beginner, if you want to learn more about what it actually takes to trade quality setups and not overcomplicate things, please take 2 minutes. Click the first link in the description, and Learn Plan Profit group is the only group that I work with on a closer basis. I would love the opportunity to meet you, to spark a conversation, and to see how we can work together in effort to getting you one step closer to your overall goal. Again, I should be locking in profits pretty soon with this overall resistance level. I'll keep you guys up to date on Instagram, which again, of course, is linked down in the description. I hope that I earned your thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.